I'm Brownfield Commodity Market Reporter John Perkins with the closing market minute for Monday, December 1st. Soybeans and corn both ended the session modestly lower, not seeing a lot of fresh supportive news to start the month, continuing to monitor crop conditions in Argentina and Brazil, which look mostly favorable for now. USDA's updated supply, demand, and production numbers are out December 9th, a week from this Tuesday, and CONAB's updated outlook for crops in Brazil is due out on the 11th. December 1st marks the start of the second quarter of the marketing year on both corn and soybeans. Weekly export inspections on corn were above a year ago. Soybeans continue to move out slower than last year, continuing to show the lack of demand from China earlier on in this marketing year. As for wheat, it was down, basically drifting lower, also seeing a little bit of technical pressure. It's the halfway point of the marketing year for wheat. Export inspections were generally solid, continuing to move out at a pretty decent clip, but there is going to be some more competition here in the coming months due to rising world supplies and increasingly competitive global prices. Live cattle were down and feeders finished mostly lower, waiting for this week's direct cash cattle business to get established. Direct cattle markets were quiet during Monday's session. The big feature was the distribution of this week's show list. Looks at least a little bit larger than last week in Kansas, a little bit smaller than last week in Texas, and just about unchanged in Nebraska and Colorado. Box beef was sharply higher at midday, but that had no real impact. And hogs ended an up and down session, modestly lower, unable to follow through on their midday gains, linked to a higher move in pork. At this point, the trade wants to see sustained domestic and export demand. With the closing market minute for Monday, December 1st, I'm Brownfield Commodity Market Reporter John Perkins.